You should not leave your work to farm.
Instead, start farming to live your work. I'm a farmer on a different angle, a farmer who is being seen by different farmers. I make a mistake up there, I've messed up with so many farmers.
But what motivated you to start and to choose this location as well?
I had an interview with BBC. People flew all the way from London to come and interview me.
Yes. Seeing is believing, and for a farmer, we like our own eyes to see something. And here I am on this beautiful day. I've come to visit a very nice farm that is being led by Farm with Fred, who is also my friend. I'm going to introduce him shortly. And if you've not visited this farm, I'm requesting you to do that. It's awesome. And today we are just going to have a good conversation where I'm going to tell you what farm is doing on this farm, what brought him here. And with that, please, Fred, a great mentor, a great teacher. If you've not followed this channel, please do so. Thank you so much for accepting me and accepting my visit.
Asante.
Yes.
I'm so happy that you've requested to visit. I thought you were joking, and finally you are here.
I'm here.
And this gives me a challenge. This gives me, this motivates me. For those who've always wanted to know what is motivating me, is when I see people visit to learn, people exercising what I'm doing.
Yes.
And you know, we have so many professionals and so great minds that we have in Africa, in the whole world, but they are not ready to share.
Yes.
And among the great mind is your mind. You may think you're learning from me, and I'll also get some tips from you. But what excites me most is whatever you're learning, you don't want to keep it for yourself.
Yes.
You want to share it with others, to
Yes.
follow
Yes.
and to learn and to be better farmers.
Yes.
Thank you, Emma, for inviting me in this great show. I don't want to say, but because it's farming and we've been farming,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that it will be a great talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. And let's start a conversation. This is just a conversation, us
Yes.
talking as farmers. And many people out there are interested to get into farming.
Yeah.
They would one day want to own something like this, something mighty like this. They
Yeah.
also want to maybe have that farm and a farm that runs well. So what are some of the things that you looked out for? Not even the school theory and all that, but what motivated you to start and to choose this location as you?
First thing, the location that we are in at the moment. You know, when I started farming, I started farming not so much interested with whatever you've known me for.
Yes.
Training. That was not my point of interest. But on the way, using my Facebook page, I used to share photos, I used to share videos to show my friends. Those, you know, when we had that small account,
Yes,
Facebook,
a
a platform, to show my friends what I was doing.
Yes.
But now this also sparked. Talking of friends, is my friends back at home, my brothers, my sister, and the village boys and girls that I was born with.
Yes.
They're the ones that I wanted to show them a different angle of farming, because where I come from, we are farmers, but we were not doing it the way I'm doing it here.
Yes.
So I wanted to show them a different angle, a different look of how farming is supposed to be done. Now, this time round, professionally.
Yes.
And this now sparked an interest because so many people now become interested with what I was doing,
Yes.
with what I was sharing.
Yes. Yes.
And I saw that that small account was not enough, and Farm with Fred was born. First, it was born as an idea, and when it was born to offer agronomy services. I would farm and also visit farmers to offer agronomy services.
Yes.
But whenever farmers interest to visit me in my farm. They wanted to visit was almost not possible because the farm that I was farming was so deep in the bush.
Yes, yes.
Was a distance, because like from the center to the farm where I was farming was around 40 kilometers. And from the tarmac to the farm where I was farming
Yes.
was around 60 kilometers. You see,
Wow.
driving around 100 kilometers to go to the farm is not easy. It was bumpy. As I remember sometimes back, I had an interview with a big with BBC. I had an interview with BBC, and people flew all the way from London to come and interview me.
Yes.
And I gave them one of the worst interview, not the farm interview, the feeling
The feeling.
from the bumpy ride to where they went to set their camera.
Okay.
They almost went back. But now the interview that I give to them are now dissolved all.
Dissolved all that.
Oh, they never became so as tiring and the experience of traveling. So
Okay.
it wasn't easy. And that was now me dissolving all, doing away with the setup of farm that I was doing, which was around 40 to 50 acres.
Yes.
And at that time I was doing monocropping. If it's maize alone. If it's watermelon alone. If it's tomatoes alone. I decided to come and set up a training site where I can be able to train farmers in different types of crop. As we speak, I have onions that are in the nurseries on the background where we get
Amazing background, by the way.
at the lapitic background.
Yes.
That onions that is there. We also, on the other side, we have cabbages. We have danias. We are planning to put up watermelon very soon. So you see, this experience has been brought in by doing different crops so that I can be able to serve different interests.
Yes.
Because at the moment, as we speak, I'm not just the normal farmer people usually thinks I am. I'm a farmer on a different angle, a farmer who is being seen by different farmers. I make a mistake up there, I've messed up with so many farmers.
Yes,
I decide to give up today. So many young farmers will
Yeah,
not
looking
come
up
into
to
farmers,
you.
are looking up to.
Yes.
So this is a do or die deal.
Yes. Yes.
If there is an option, it's me dying. They say our farmers died, not giving up.
Yes.
Yes. So that
Wow.
what motivates me.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, apart from the motivation, I know you're here. This is Sagana. I see there's a river.
Yes.
Of course, if you've not been able to see the river before, you can visit his channel and you're able to see the river. The river, you're just touching the river.
Yes.
So as we look out to start farming, what are those key things that someone needs to have, bare minimum, on a farm?
If you think of farming, every time the farming aspect hits your mind,
Yes.
land is a factor. Even in the books of economics, they will tell you factors of production. Among them is land, the biggest factor. Another one is capital, which everybody can be able to raise capital. But those are not the things that are needed into farming.
Yeah.
Farming, there is an extra mile you need to go, because when you think of farming, one thing you need to look at is irrigation water. Because as a farmer needs to be the transport system. If today you set up a transport system,
Yes.
and that is the services you're offering, one, your office will be running, though you've said it's from 8 to 10, you'll be doing it day and night. You'll be doing it when it's raining, when it's shining.
Yes.
Whether your car is broken or not, people don't care. All what they want is the luggage
Yes.
or the mzigo
Yes.
to reach its destination.
Yes.
The same aspect comes when it comes to farming, because farming is not just growing food. Farming is an investment. And when we talk of an investment, we have to consider everything. One, our input. Secondly, our work being done.
Yeah.
And last but not least, whatever we are getting out of it. and whatever we are getting out of it must be consistent. For example, a company that manufactures bread, it cannot decide because today is Sunday, people are not consuming breads. Today is Monday, people will not consume bread. So it has to keep on producing as many blends as possible. If today by 10 the company will have exhausted or sold out more blends, tomorrow they increase the quantities. If they find that the quantities have increased, they are not selling all the blends, some blends are going bad, they reduce the quantities. So that how a farmer, or those are the things, the mindset you as an investor or you as a farmer who is coming to make money should think about outside the principles of or the other factors of farming.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we've talked about the land, we have the water, we have the investment, which is the capital. Would you say, because I know most of the viewers that are looking up to us or are looking up to you as their mentor,
Yes.
do not have that enough capacity, money-wise. What would you tell a farmer or someone who is aspiring, a young guy here, who is aspiring to get into farming and thinks that I need 1 million Kenya shillings for me to go and start a farm? What's that information that you can tell someone?
Yes.
To just encourage that someone that farming is okay and farming you can start where you are.
The bare truth and what I can confidently share with farmers, especially the young farmers who want to come into farming, money is not success to farming.
Correct.
Money is not the key to one's successful farming. Money is an ingredient. You understand my point?
Okay.
Money is an ingredient, not the key factor.
Not the key factor.
It's like when preparing pilau, there is the rice,
Yes.
mchele,
Yes.
and there is what gives the pilau its aroma and what has given it the name. That's how money is. That money now. There is other key you cannot use that the aroma, the ingredient alone and say your pilau. And the biggest portion of pilau is the rice. Mchele is what is the biggest portion of rice,
Yes.
of pilau. But now the aroma and the taste has given the whole plate, has given it the name. That now how money works. Money gives farming the name, but money is not the key factor.
Yes.
I'm always for the slogan, or I'm always for the idea, start farming with what you have and be a better farmer. In as much as we, in our thought, we want to be onion farmers like Fred, we want to be tomatoes farmers like Hema, we want to be garlic farmers like other farmers, we want to come big into farming, we want to have huge farms. It may not be achievable at that given point. I'm not using the word impossible, it's possible. Get this right, it's possible, but it may not be achievable at that given point, because there is a lot of things that needed to be done. You need to learn your skills, you need to get the skills right. Correct. You need to get the market right, and also you need to get the consistency right. True. Because once you have the right skills, you have the market. Also, you like taking it to the bread perspective of looking at things. You also need to see to be consistent in production. So those are the things you need to get. With the little money that you have, with the small amount of money that you think is what you have that is interlinked to farming, you can start farming. You can start farming with Dania. We are doing Dania here.
By the way, yes.
Which, with less than 2,000 shillings, you can be able to get a profit of up to 5,000 shillings within a period of 30 days. 30 not days. Even 45 days. 45 days is much higher. But 30 days you get you
An
get
income.
an income, triple of your investment.
Yes, yes, yes.
And it's something that you can do with whatever you're doing. You have your job from 8 to 5, and when you come at home, within those few hours, you make few beds, you sow your dania. Tomorrow you come irrigate. The following day you come, you irrigate. Before you leave in the morning, you
Yes,
irrigate,
yes.
and you have a farm. You grow your farm, you grow your capital, and you find yourself where I am today. I never started the way I am today. I started somewhere, and here I am today.
Yes, yes.
And this is not where I'm planning to be. I'm planning to be ahead of where I am. So we are making step and step each and every day. Yes. So money should not be among the headlands. What is making the young farmer or the upcoming farmer get into farming? Let them get into farming with what they have. Get to understand the market, understand the farming itself. Also understand themselves whether they also want to be farming.
I know, because some people may just think that they want that income, and they may think the income is there so lucrative, and
Yes.
then they see your post on Facebook or your video on YouTube, and they say that I want to be there,
Yes.
not knowing that you started somewhere,
Sure.
and you're not the man you are right now because you just stepped out. Wow. Okay. So now that you've been into farming for quite a while, I've seen you for several years. What are some of those challenges that we should be aware of as newcomers into the industry? What are some of those challenges that you can tell us to look out for?
Talking of farm challenges, there are so many farm challenges, but these farm challenges all can be killed using one move. You make a move, and maybe you get out of farming, or you make a move and there is nothing that can get you out of farming. Few months ago, we had experienced the worst flooding.
True.
And among our biggest investment in this farm was the place that we unflooded.
Yeah.
Among the biggest, because it was our nursery where we release our seedlings. It was where we grow our monthly period crops. And also that is where we had anticipated that we are going to get quite a big revenue.
Yeah.
But it flooded and wiped the whole land. And that never stopped me from coming and investing me more.
Again.
We came
And you are
back
here.
again. We came back again with the farm manager after the rains were gone and our small dog, and decided this time we are going to do it, and we are going to do it better.
Yes.
What was worrying us is whether we had lost a pump, because our irrigation system is quite expensive. We have a solar powered system. It's quite expensive. So our biggest worry was the investment behind that pump. That is what was all. But once we got it, we dived and came out with the pump, and it was biggest celebration. I wish you saw us celebrating and see us how we are doing it.
Yes.
So what you need to have as a farmer or somebody who is getting into farming is the spirit.
The spirit.
The undying spirit. The spirit that nothing can kill whatever you've decided into farming.
Yes.
Make it more of a suicidal spirit. Because today you harvest, get a lorry of watermelon, go to the market, and your watermelon is never bought. The market is flooded. You cannot even sell, even at a loss. You cannot even sell.
Yes.
Leave that lorry there, come back to the farm, and start as if nothing has happened.
Yes.
So that is what you need to get into farming with.
The spirit.
The spirit. And that's why I told you, get into farming with the small farming. Test whether you want to do this farming, or you're just joking.
Or you're just joking. True.
Because even you are witness that we make so many losses in the farm that sometimes we don't show our viewers.
True.
But that has never stopped us getting into farming, and has never stopped us making the profit that we make. In most cases, we look at a bright side of what we are doing more than the negative side of what you're doing. So the biggest motivation, you need to be positive, you need to be ready, And from there, you can now looking at other aspects like the market, the wide market, because the market is very wide. And talking of the market, is not that center, the town center where we go sell our product. We look at the consumers.
Yes.
I'll surprise you. We've been doing cabbages in this farm. We're doing a lot of vegetables in this farm. And when we are setting I was setting the farm plan, we were not focusing on whatever result we got to the market. We are focusing on taking a rolly, taking a pickup, and
Yes.
taking our farm produce to the market.
The market.
And but when they matured, we are surprised to know the community allowed us is bigger than what we expected.
Yes.
There is no single day
Mm.
we sold cabbage out of this farm. Even at some point, we missed our own cabbage to cook for ourselves.
Wow.
So it's as surprising
Nice.
as that.
Okay.
So now that is what I'm saying. When looking at the market, you need to look at all these aspects. The community surrounding you, and also what other market are giving you. So from the market, that's where you come in now, having the skill set. You need to have a skill set. You need to equip yourself with the skills and be able to know what this plant wants, at what time, and in which quantities. In short, you need to learn the language to start communicating with your crops.
Good.
Yes. So when you start communicating, you know when your crop is sick, in need of food, in need of water, when it wants to give back to you, which is harvesting.
Yeah, and
Yes.
that will eliminate the challenge of diseases and pests and all that,
Exactly.
because you are learning and you are aware and you have that right skill set.
Yeah, so those
Wow.
are the things that you need to know
Okay,
for you to better your farming. Yes.
And before we close this great conversation with Farm with Fred here, there's a caption that he did on his Facebook page, and he said that you should not leave your work to farm, or
Instead,
do what?
you should not leave your work to get into farming.
Yes.
Instead, start farming to leave your work.
Yes, and I know many of us here also have our 8 to 5 jobs as usual, because we are a hustling country, and sometimes we have all these challenges about telephone farming. Farm with Freddy has always been asking me, when are you going to the farm? And then it's a weekend, you go, you find things are messy there, and sometimes you're even discouraged to continue with farming.
Sure.
What can you tell us more about that? Could you please expound?
Talking of that caption of you should not leave your job to get into farming. What you're supposed to do is to start farming and leave your job. These are very key point. I received a lot of reaction out of it. Which I took them positively. For those who understood what I was saying, especially those who are into farming,
Yes.
they were so much in support of that. Those who have not get into farming, they were so much not supporting it. So my point was, farming, like they say, is a science
Yes.
that needs a very close study.
Yes.
That sometimes you cannot use your neighbor's note for farming examination. You have to use your own examination, because what Freda succeeded in,
Very true.
you may not end up succeeding in it. So remember, you, from your point of view, you are coming into farming as an investor, not as a luxury. Farming is not a glass of wine.
No, it is not.
You're coming as an investor. You're putting in your money. So before now you increase the speed, because by increasing the speed is the point where you decide, I'm leaving my 8 to 5 job now to get into farming. You need to know what you're coming to do. You need the acceleration. You need to have reached a point where you've come to know, now this farming can feed me,
Yes.
this farming can cater for my needs, this farming can cater for my luxury.
Yes.
Now I want to get here to be able to better it more than it is.
True.
But now today deciding I'm going to stop whatever I'm doing, get to farming, it goes frustrating you, you start applying for jobs again.
Yes. and getting disappointed
Yes.
and hating family
Hating family.
for that matter.
Now, for those who are into 8 job, also you need a serious partner or somebody who will help you be able to achieve your dream at that point.
Yes.
That's why you need a trusted farm manager, you need a skilled farm manager, and a farm manager who knows what they're doing.
True.
Telephone farming works when your concept, because you are the owner of the blueprint, is compatible with the person actualizing whatever you want done. You see?
Yes.
So once that is actualized, this now gives you a green light for you to decide, now I'm going to step down of whatever I'm doing in the office, go be able continue doing with what my farm manager is doing on the ground.
Yes.
Don't ever think the messes you see other farm, if you stop, if you leave your job, you are going to rectify them. Don't ever lie yourself that. Some of the messes at the farm will be worse if you are on the ground.
On the ground.
Yes. So
Okay.
try to manage your farm at that managerial level, at the observation level.
Yes.
If you can be able to get profit at that observation level, that guarantees you when you step down, you'll be able to do that. And sometimes if you cannot manage your farm at that observation level, even actualizing whatever you're
Actualizing
doing
will
on
be
the
very
ground,
hard.
if you leave the job, you're not going to do that.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. This is quite an interesting conversation. And I know this is not the last time I will be here. We will have these discussions over and over. We'll come
Yes.
back
Yes.
because I still have many questions.
Yes.
And thank you so much for accepting me to visit you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, viewers, for joining our video. If you liked this conversation, please let me know on the comment section. If it's something that you think that you need to see in my channel, that is Mbuvi Farm, please let me know on the comment section and I'll be able to bring you more of this. To Fred, my mentor, my teacher, thank you so much for accepting.
Thank you, Emma. You're much welcome to more and more again, so that we can continue sharing and enlightening our farmers in this journey. I'm so happy that you don't want to walk this journey alone, because you have other people who are looking up to you. You also want them to get the taste of what you're getting
Very true.
from this farm.
Very true.
Thank you, and you're much welcome. Bye.